manual on. Or we got some people on. There we go. Got Cole Thomas and Barry Porter in. Hey guys. I don't know if you can hear me. There we go. Got Mr. Cole Thomas with a very, very late call out. Barry Porter, Triple B. All right. Hello and welcome to the T.F.T. Raceway and Sunday Pinks. I am your host, the Tooth Fairy. Of course, we have the light girl. She's gathering her things over there. You have the switch? Yeah. All right. We got Mrs. Tooth Fairy. All right, let's make this fast. We want to get some racing done and watch some football. I think the rounds are coming back. So.
Oh, they put in Chad Henne. He's a Michigan boy.
Uh-oh.
Patrick Mahoney's out right now.
Uh-oh. They're going to lose now.
Oh, hey.
All right. Are we ready? Let's just get to some racing.
First up, we have Wilmell.
Gus Greenfield in that maroon Tokyo car. This is Sunday Pinks. When you make the call out, you start off in lane 2, and it's the best out of 3. So Gus brings his maroon Tokyo up to lane number 2, and he called out John Receiver. And his white, I believe this is a Nissan? No, an Audi Spider. So we got the Milkman versus Gus Greenfield there. All right. Are we ready? Because Andy's on. Timer look good down there. Everything look good.
Ready,
There
set,
they
go.
are. Oh, Gus got a little sideways. And the Audi of the Milkman jumped in front of him with a time of 3.820. Gus had him on the drop. Just jumped lane there. Gave the Milkman the opening that he needed. So Gus moves over to lane 1. Milkman pulls over to lane 2. He's up by 1. Are we ready? Let me get my finish line cam going. Some close races, because we should. Racing at the T.F.T. is always good. And they're down again. Gus keeps it in front this time. And he does. So Gus ties it up 1-1 right now. What time did he put in? 3.777. So Justin's here, folks. There we go. All right, 1-1 right now. Puts Gus back in lane 2. Puts the Milkman back in lane 1. All tied up. Who's going to go up 1 right here? The Sunday Pinks, where your titles are on the line. And Gus jumped way ahead. And the Milkman dumped it. What happened to Gus? He's going to straighten it out. Oh, man. So I hope the Milkman's okay. He lost it there after turn 1. And Gus put in a slow time of 6.372.
Hey.
But
What's the rules?
it's not how you finish.
But if you finish.
But if you finish. And Gus finished at that time. Which puts Gus over to lane 1 with 2 races under his belt. John Receiver, the Milkman, is in lane 2 with 1 race under his belt. Will he tie it up? Oh, I already got the sudden death guys up. Will Milkman tie it up, or will Gus take his ride right here? Uh-oh. And I should have left him out because the Milkman tied it up. That's you. Well, I guess that's an Autobot sudden death sound there. And he put a time of 3.863 in. Where's Gus at? I lost him. Oh, there he is.
I was looking at the camera.
We've got our first
Autobot sudden death here at Sunday Pinks. First race out of the gate. All right. So that puts them back in their original spots. Gus is in lane 2. The Milkman is in lane 1. It's a sudden death race here at the T.F.T. Raceway. Sunday Pinks, let's get them down. They're down. Gus is in front.
Ooh.
And they were trading paint,
They
but
were.
Gus came out and finished it and took that car from the Milkman. And he put a lap time of 3.455. So that was the best lap time of the race and of the night so far. So congratulations, Gus. You won a ride and you are a top winner right now. But Daniel M. in that mini rocket. Where's he at? Up here. This is a new mystery ride he sent in. They get arrived here Friday, I believe. And he challenged the Killer Bunny in her Mini Morris. So this is the battle of the minis here.
Battle of the Minis.
The mini mite race. Alright, folks. I gotta learn how to use this remote, so. Are we ready? Best 3 out of 5 here at Sunday Pinks. Let's get them down. This is Daniel versus Amanda. And they're down. Daniel is in front. And he turns around and looks at Amanda and turns around again.
Come on.
And double DNF.
I thought for sure. Oh.
He turned around, looked at her once, and straightened back around. Did it again, and she flipped him over. She wasn't going to take that.
I thought she was going to get around him. I really did.
I was waiting for it. All right.
What you doing, baby?
Making sure I got the right ride. I'm sure Daniel's hollering. All right, we ready? Get them down. And they're down in front. And, that time Amanda flipped it over. Daniel.
Those minis are having a tough time on that turn.
Yep, they're giving it all they got. All right. We'll give them 2 more good races and then go to DNF rules. I don't think we'll need it, but give them a warning. Lucy straightens them up. And they're down. And that time Amanda's in front. Or no, that's Daniel. Like I said, that's Daniel up 1-0 over Amanda. And he put a time of 3.820 in that time. All right, puts Daniel in lane 1, up by 1 over Amanda in lane 2. Are we ready? Let's get them down here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down. Amanda's in front because Daniel dumped it, but she couldn't finish. Dumped it there in turn 2. All right, one more clean race. Go to early DNF rules. Shouldn't need to, though. These are good racers, good cars. Get them down. Oh, they took out my sign. And Daniel backwards finished it.
Again.
Wow, Amanda dumped it there after turn 1.
Check
That
out the sign.
puts Daniel up 2-0 right now with a time of 4.678. 678.
Did you get that sign off the track, or did it just fly
I
out?
think it flew behind. I don't know who hit it, but somebody hit it. All right. So Daniel is up 2-0 right now on his call out. Let's see if he's going to take Amanda's car right here. Will Amanda come back? And they're down. Amanda is in front right now. And Daniel dumped it. Just rolled over like a turtle. And Amanda goes up 1. She put a time of 4.420. All right, it's 2-1 right now with Daniel in lane 1. Up 2 over Amanda in lane 2. Are we ready? Can Amanda tie it up? Gotta take these sudden death Autobots out. Race, and they're down. Amanda is in front. Can she hold them off? And she does.
Ooh.
As soon as I take them away, she says, bring them back out, buddy.
Back.
And she put a time of 3.841 in. Takes us to a Sunday. Is this the second race with the Autobot?
Yeah, we're 2 for 2 with the sudden deaths. It's almost like the racers know we want to watch some football.
I know, they're going to keep me for my game, aren't they? All right, so Autobot sudden death here for Daniel and Amanda.
The sudden death mini race.
Uh-oh.
Should we have is there a mini Autobot?
Probably so. There's all kinds of Autobots. Decepticons. Music's not playing, but that's okay. There we go. Are you ready? Let's get them down. Who's that gonna win? Amanda's in front. Can she? Oh!
She does.
She held him off. Daniel was coming, but ran out of real estate there. Amanda put it. Excuse me. Amanda put a time of 4.399. Oop. Wow.
That's some good racing there.
That was quick. Amanda drove around them. All right, so we got Dirty Murray and that Audi Spider coming up in lane 2. And he called out Doug in that gold Lambo. Dig way back in his garage full of cars. All right, so we have Doug in that gold Lambo. We got Dirty Murray in that white Audi. Let's turn this down a little bit, huh? Give me 1 second there. Is that the sound? Right there?
There we go.
Sorry.
All right.
Let me put these in Amanda's garage there. She says, thank you, Daniel. All right, who we have up here? We got Doug and Brandon waiting for me to race. Brandon says, let's go. Let's get these guys out of the way. That's 3 out of 5 here at Sunday Pinks. And they're down. This is Brandon's call out. Ooh. And Doug dumped it there. And Brandon comes around and takes that first victory. And he put a time of 3.649 in. So Brandon is up 1-0 right now. We should have made these football scores tonight. All right, so Brandon is in lane 1. Can Doug tie it up here, or will Brandon go up 2-0? Let's get them down. Let's race them here to Sunday Pinks. And Doug was in front, but Brandon used that and came in front with a time of 3.949.
So Dirty Murray's up 2-0.
2-0 right now. Puts them back in their original spots. I really thought he made a bad call at this race, but it looks like he knows his vehicles.
All right.
Can he take Doug out right here? Will Doug come back and put a victory under his belt? And not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Not tonight, Doug. Congratulations, Brandon. Sorry there, Doug. Brandon, you put a time of 3.542 in. The camera's loose. Give me 1 second here, folks. I gotta adjust something. No, it's just loose. All right, so those go to Brandon.
Oh,
and who's up next?
We've got Ryan Kelly in a Roger Dodger.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls out Josh Pfeiffer in the Pennzoil.
Uh-oh. Pennzoil's been on the racetrack a lot.
Yeah.
So we got Ryan Kelly versus Josh Poffler here. I think there's a little bit of smoke talk going on the comments there. Let's get them down though. Best 3 out of 5 here at the T.F.T. Raceway Sunday Pigs. And they're down. Josh is in front. Can he hold them off? And Josh does. So Josh is up 1-0 right now. And Josh put a time of 4.035 in. Did we forget to put the do not disturb on? All right. Get them going. Josh is up 1-0 over Ryan right now. Can he go up 2, or will Ryan come and tie it up right here? Josh is in front and takes Ryan out in the straightaway. So Josh is up 2-0 right now. 4.035, the same exact time.
Yeah.
So Josh is consistent. All right. Can Josh put Ryan away right here? Or will Ryan come back and put a couple wins under his belt? Let's find out here at the T.F.T. Raceway.
Oh, you
And he did. Josh got a little excited and dumped it in turn 2 and gave Ryan the opportunity that he needed, and he took it and put a time of 3.927. Uh-oh, if he keeps it up like that, he can bring out the Autobots. So it is 2-1 right now. Can Josh win it right here? Or will Ryan bring out the Autobots at the T.F.T. Raceway? And they're down. Josh is in front, and Ryan dumped it, and Josh just cruised to victory. So I think Ryan had it, but just gave it a little too much there out of turn 1. Put a time of 4.485 in. All right. Who's up next?
We've got Andy McBrien.
Andy McBrien. Where's I moved his garage? I got to give me a second. Where did I move that to? There we are. The F-140 Lightning, right?
Yep.
All
He
right.
calls out Josh Miller's Red Dodge Ram.
Uh-oh, truck race.
Uh-oh.
One of my favorite races here.
So we got Ford against a Dodge.
Ford and a Dodge. All right. And these are Josh's cars, correct?
Yep.
All right. Let's get them down. Who do we have here? I'm sorry.
We got Andy in the
Let
truck.
me mark this so we keep track where I'm at.
And then we
Andy.
got Josh in the Red Dodge.
Okay. Okay, I know where we're at. All right, let's get them down. Best 3 out of 5 here. And they're down. The Ford is in front, but the Dodge came around and took it. Andy dumped it here in turn 2. And gave, that's Josh, correct? Josh the opening?
Yep.
And Josh put a time of 3.649 in. 3.649 there. All right. Let's get it together. We're going to get some Saints watching. How's that Browns doing? Probably lost by now, haven't they?
No, it's 22-10.
22-10. And Josh is
Fourth quarter.
22-10. Okay. And Josh is down. And he's got 1 race under his belt. He's in lane 1. Are we ready? Josh tied up here. Will Andy go up 1? Josh is in front, and Josh does come around and ties it up.
No. Josh had the first win.
3.672.
Right?
627.
Yeah, Josh won the first one too.
Oh, so Josh is up 2-0?
Yeah.
It was 3.627.
I'm all confused. I'm sorry. Good thing I got you guys. All right.
Well, we just threw a whole bunch of information to you, hon.
Yep, I know. So that puts them in the original spots.
It does. And Josh Miller is up 2-0.
Josh Miller's up 2-0. Wow, I'm a little surprised right there. Yep. All right. That's what I got Mrs. Tooth Fairy and Light Girl for. I just pulled the string. And they're down. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at that.
And then here comes Andy.
Andy's like,
there we go.
I'm not winning.
Josh flipped it over there in a straightaway. And Andy put a time of 5.214. Gotta do better than that, Andy.
Hey, when's the win?
Let's tune it up.
Oh.
Let's tune up that Ford. So now it's 2-1. Can Josh win it right here? Or will Andy bring out the Autobots? Let's get them racing. Let's drop them. And they're down. And no chance. I think that was the fastest lap he put in.
Yeah.
3.563 for Josh Miller there. Sorry there, Andy. Congratulations, Josh. You got a couple moving trucks? All right, who's up next?
We have John Receiver in a Mustang.
John Receiver, okay.
Called out Gus in the Plymouth.
Oh. I think Josh was, or Milkman was looking for an easy race here. But can Gus take that Plymouth and put it to the finish line? Let's find out. All right, let's get them down here. It's the Milkman versus Mr. Greenfield, and they're down. And there goes the Milkman flying in that Mustang, correct?
Yep.
He put a time of 3.713 in. All right, so let's swap them up here. Put Gus in lane 2. He's going to have to take the Milkman out. Or can the Milkman jump ahead? All right, let's get him down. Let's change some music here. There we go. And they're down. Gus is in front. Oh, man, Gus went backwards. And Milkman cruised right into victory lane. With a time of 4.035. All right. So now they go back to the original starting positions.
We've already seen that time 3 times.
What's that?
We've already had that time 3 times.
Yeah.
A lot of consistent time with that same time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Milkman's up 2-0 right now, right?
Yep.
Let's get them down. Can Gus take that Plymouth to the finish line? And they're down. And, oh! He would have if the Milkman wasn't in front of him. So, double DNF there. Two to nothing right now. Come on, Gus. I'm rooting for you in that Plymouth. Let's get them down. They're racing. And shouldn't have. And he's going to bring it across the finish line at least. There he goes.
Brownie scored.
All right. With a time of 3.906, the Milkman took Gus's Plymouth. Sorry there, Gus, but congratulations, Milkman. All right, who do we have up next?
Mr. Wayne Moore.
Wayne Moore.
His blue Porsche.
His blue Porsche. She's always pulling that
Yeah.
vehicle out of the garage.
And he calls me out.
Oh, that,
Uh-huh.
and that Maverick, correct?
Mm-hmm.
No, he called out that Volvo, didn't he?
Volvo, the police
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
He calls out his fastest car and goes for your slowest. Maybe.
Well, I put some
I don't
nitro
know what
in
his
it.
strategy is, but
Put some grease on those tires.
all right. And these are the Milkman's cars. Okay. And we have Mr. Moore up against Mrs. Tooth Fairy. Best 3 out of 5. It is a Porsche versus a Volvo. And they're down. And Mrs. Two-Fairy dumped it. And here comes that fast Porsche. He put a time of 3.477 in. I know he put a good lap time in.
On the last race.
Yeah, one Sunday Pinks. But he put one of the top 5 in. But can Mrs. Two-Fairy hang with him? Or will he go up 2-0 right here? Let's find out. Here at Sunday Pinks. And they're down. It is close, but he just drove around her and she dumped it in turn 2.
Oh, well.
So puts him up 2-0 right now. And he put a lap time of 3.627.
I slowed him down a little bit.
3.627. Alright, puts them back in their original spots. There we go. Alright, Wayne is up 2-0 right now over Mrs. Two-Fairy. And they're down. And he just flies right out of turn 1.
Heck,
And she has trouble with turn 2. She always has trouble turning around. Every time we go around the block, she gets lost.
Oh.
3.434. Wayne took that Volvo.
Next time I'll get lost at the supermarket, the mall.
Alright, who is up racing up next?
Michael D in that Bugatti.
Michael D. Yes.
And he calls out Doug B in the... I just put it as a gold car.
Oh yes, the F40. I don't know if this was a good call out from Michael, but we'll see. Doug has some fast vehicles in his garage.
What?
Alright, so we got Doug in lane 1, and we got Michael D in lane 2. Best 3 out of 5 here. Alright, these are Wayne's cars. Best 3 out of 5 here. Let's get this race going here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down, and that F48 jumped way in front. And Michael was just kind of cruising along, I think backwards there, yep.
That's a nine.
3.498.
Best time of the night.
Uh-oh.
Gus's Tokyo.
Doug just put in the best time over Gus. And I think they're friends.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Alright, so Doug moves over to lane 1, or 2. Up 1-0 over Michael in lane 1. And Brandon remembers that F40. Let's get him down. And they're down. Wow, that F40 took off that time. That's got to be a good lap time. And here comes Michael. But Doug is up 2-0 right now. Waiting for the official lap time. It's 3.5. What's that? A 2-0?
Yep.
3.520. Is that better?
No.
Nope. Oh wow, that looked faster.
It did look faster.
All right, so that puts them in the original spots. Michael's in lane 2, questioning what he done. This was his call out, and he's about to lose his own car. Can he come back and put a couple victories under his belt, or will Doug teach him a lesson? And Doug is flying around. Oh!
Got that final?
Wow. Doug got a little swirly there at the end, but Michael straightened him out, and Doug put a time of 4.271 in. Wow. It was a big wreck and then a great finish. All right, who's up next?
Next up we have Colin Harvey.
Yes. In the green vehicle, correct?
Yep, and he calls out Josh Miller
Josh Miller.
in that Uno vehicle.
Well, not back-to-back races, but close races. Uh-oh. Brandon, I know what you mean. Because guess what? This was my car.
The Uno.
And so Josh is taking our cars and putting them out there to give to other people, I guess. You better not lose this one, Josh. All right, whose cars are these? These are Doug's cars, right?
Yeah.
All right, so up now we have Colin, a new racer. This is his first race at the T.F.T. Raceway, so are you ready, buddy? Let's get him down, and you're taking on Josh Miller, a veteran here at the T.F.T. Raceway. That's 3 out of 5, and they're down, and Josh dumped it there after turn 1 and gave Colin the victory that he wanted with a lap time of 4.228.
Also, try not to stay fully in front of the light because I have to make sure that I actually switched up.
Sorry, guys, the light girl's yelling at me. She's a mean one.
Well, if you did it right the first time, she wouldn't have to yell at you.
That's Colin in lane 1. That's Josh in lane 2. Are we ready? Let's get them down here. Best 3 out of 5 here at the Sunday Pinks. And they're down. That Uno car's in front.
Ooh,
and comes around and puts a good lap time in that time. Ties it up. Put a lap time of 3.542. All tied up here at the T.F.T. Raceway. One to one, Colin versus Josh here. Are we ready? Let's get them down. Who's going to get that second victory under the belt? And it's very close. That Uno car jumps in front, and he spins around, and Colin bumped him and pushed him to the end.
Oh, he would have won if he would have been around him.
Put a time of 4.164 in. Sorry, guys. I don't know what. Am I getting text messages?
No, it's ESPN.
Okay. I was hoping it wasn't work. It's snowing, folks, and I might have to do some snow removal later. Hopefully not. All right, so what is it? It's 2 to 1 right now? No,
It's 2 to 1. Josh Miller in the Uno car is up 2 to 1 over Collins.
All right, so Josh is in lane 2 with 2 races under his belt. Colin is in lane 1 with 1 race under his belt. Can Colin tie it up here, or will Josh take his ride on his cone call out? And they're down. The car's in front. Ooh. Colin's coming around, but whoa!
Did you see that?
Let me check the finish line, but I believe Colin drove around him.
Right around him.
Yes, he did. Oh my Lord! Josh hit something and totally messed up, and Colin put a time of 4.185 in.
Oh man!
Good Lord!
I thought, see, this is where the beginner's luck comes in, right there.
Wow! And I know I caught that on the finish line cam, so that's going to be uploaded sooner or later. All right, so it is tied up here at the T.F.T. Raceway. Colin and Josh put in a great race. Colin's first race and first call out here, and it is all tied up. Let's get them down here. Who's going to win it? Take that ride, and then they're close. And Josh wrecked, and here comes Colin cruising to a victory. Man, I think Josh was still messed up after that last wreck. Wow. So congratulations, Colin. You put a time of 4.464 in and got your first victory here at the Sunday Pinks. All right, who's up next?
Next up we have his Triple B.
Triple B. Oh, I didn't think you made a call out.
In his yellow Lambo.
Yellow Lambo. I believe it's this guy here. Yes, it is.
He called out Mr. Raiders.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
K&W?
K&W, yes. It says it on the side of the car.
Okay.
Oh, it is actually a custom Acura 01. So we got Mr. Madness in lane 1. We got Triple B in lane 2. All right. Let's get Colin's cars out here. All right, let's race them. Triple B versus Mike Rader. I believe this is Triple B's old ride. He's trying to get it back here. And that Lambo jumps in front, comes around and does. Triple B takes that first victory over Mr. Madness. Puts a time of 3.627 in. So Triple B moves over to lane 1, up 1 over Mike Rader in lane 2. Are we ready? Let's get them down. Let's race them. Great racing here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And, whoa, Triple B flipped it over and Mike gave Mike Rader, gave him the opening that he needed. And he took it. Put a time of 5.193 in. But more importantly, he tied it up. 1-1 right now. Is that game over with yet?
Nope.
Nope. Still fighting, huh?
Yep. Brownies are only down by 5.
Uh-oh. Browns are coming close. I'd actually like to see the Browns move on, but... All right. Bear Porter wants to see his Lambo move on, though. That's what he's come to watch, and that's what he's going to see. Let's get him down here. And the Lambo's in front. Can he keep it? There he goes. And goes up 2-0, or 2-1 right now. 2-1, right?
Yep, 2-1.
2-1 with the time of 4.056. Wish I had better music, but all right. What is it? 2-1.
2-1.
2-1. Okay, I got him. All right, so Triple B is in lane 1 with 2 races under his belt. Mike Rader is in lane 2 with 1 race under his belt. Will he tie it up right now? Should I leave these out? Let's leave them out. Give Mike Rader a chance. Let's give Mike a chance. Let's see if he can tie it up here. And they're down. And Triple B comes around and says, no way. Sorry, Triple B, I'll put them away. You don't have to say it twice. Congratulations, Triple B. You put a time of 3.885 in. And you took Mike Rader's ride. All right. Who is up next?
We have Kevin Fairbarn.
Uh-oh.
And he called out Todd Brower.
All right. So we got Kevin in this Nissan. And we got Todd in this Pro Stock. I believe that's a Camaro. All right, but both these riders, their garages are actually on the line. So we got Kevin in the green car. We got Todd in the black car. Best 3 out of 5. Looks like somebody's in the end zone.
Brownie's just in a second.
Uh-oh. I mean, make sure the finish line cam is going good because this should be a good race, hopefully. Best 3 out of 5 here at the T.F.T. Raceway. Let's get them down. And they're down. Kevin's in front. But no, Todd comes around and wins it. Wow, I'm actually very surprised. So we got Todd and Kevin right there. And Todd is up 1-0 right now. He put a time of 4.936 in. Alright, so let's swap them up. Put Kevin in lane 1. Todd in lane 2. Let's get them down here at Sunday Pinks. And they're down. Todd is in front, and he cuts Kevin off. And they both stall out here at the beginning of turn 2. All right, double D and F. points are going all the way anyways, guys. No matter. Let's get them down. And there they go. And Kevin dumped it.
Oh.
And Todd couldn't take advantage of it. All right. Let's give him one more clean race and we'll go to the D&F rules. All right. So we have Kevin and Todd up there. Let's get them down here at the Sunday Pinks T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down. Todd is in front again. And there he goes. And he finishes it. And Kevin lost steam right there out of turn 2. Which I'm very surprised. 4 points. 4, 4, 2. And that puts Todd up 2 to nothing right now, right?
That is correct, sir.
2 to nothing. Make sure I got that 1, 2, yep. 2 to nothing. I'm just totally shocked. All right. See if Todd can put him away right here. This is Kevin's call out. Or Kevin, come back and give us some victory. And they're around, and Kevin just lost it in the straightaway there. And Todd just cruises around. So that car's not fast, but it's consistent. He puts a time of 5.364 in and empties Kevin's garage. So congratulations there, Todd. I think that was your first race here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And took it to the house, or took it to the garage.
Next up is a battle of the sisters. We've got the Brat in her blue car.
Uh-oh, the Brat.
And she's calling out the light girl in the black car.
Uh-oh.
Sister rivalry.
So we have the light girl in lane 1. We have the Brat in lane 2. Best 3 out of 5 here at the Sunday Pinks. Are we ready? Let's get them down. And the Brat's in front. The light girl's trying, but that Porsche just is not good enough here at the T.F.T. Raceway. But who knows? The light girl might have some tricks up her sleeve. The Brat put a time of 3.542 in, though. All right. How's everything looking, guys? Everything's sounding. Light girl moves over to lane 2. The Brat moves over to lane 1. It's 1 to nothing right now. Let's get them down here. And they're down. The light girl's in front. And the light. Oh, she drove around. She drove around the Brat. The Brat dumped it there in the straightaway, and the light girl took advantage of it. She knows this racetrack. 4.679. Sometimes at night I hear these cars running. I come down here and it's a light girl.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But is it? But it's all tied up here. And my mom just got on, so everybody keep it together. Beers down. Family racing going on here. We got the light girl versus the Brat. And the Brat took off on her that time. All right. The Brat put a time of 3.692 in. All right. Can the light girl tie it up here? Or will the Brat take her ride? All right, so it's 2 to 1 right now, correct?
2 to 1.
2 to 1. Can the light girl tie it up? Or will the Brat take her ride? Let's get them down. It's close. And just not close enough. Sorry there, light girl. Congratulations, Brat. Time of 3.606 in. All right, who do we have up next?
We have Kit.
Kit Cam. I think I moved his garage. No, I didn't. What do you call out? What do you?
HKS.
Oh, Okay.
Did I do that right?
Yep, it's right here on the side, thank God.
Okay. And then he called out, this is the race I've been waiting for, the Barbie camper.
Oh, he called out the Barbie camper?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was racing. Doug has a lot of races tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He got called out quite a few times.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see if Kit made a good call out. Let's see if that Barbie van, it had a good race once and a bad race last weekend, and let's see what it does this weekend. All right, best 3 out of 5. Who's this again? Doug and Kit. That's right. And I'm missing the string. There they go. That Barbie van is in front. Oh, there comes Doug. He took it from Brandon, didn't he?
Stop. Stop.
What's the time on that?
3.928 that Barbie camper put in. So it looks like Doug emptied out the porta pot there. So Kit moves over to lane 1. Doug moves over to lane 2. Let's get them down here at the Sunday T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down. That Barbie van is in front again. A Barbie camper. Wow. That had to be a faster time. Doug is showing Kit how to do it. And he put a time of 3.606 in with that Barbie camper. So 2-0 right now, correct?
2-0. Go Barbie, go!
We got some girl power going on with the guy driving.
Think it's Ken.
Stop.
No, it's Doug. All right, let's get them down. And they're down. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Here comes Kit out of nowhere.
Oh,
And Kit puts a race under his belt real quick.
You need to start moving out of the way again.
Sorry, guys. 3.949.
All
It's a
right.
slower time, but enough to win it. All right. So 2-1 right now.
2-1, Barbie.
2-1 right now. We got Doug versus Kit right there. All right. Looks like Doug's watching. Can you take it to victory lane right here, Doug? And he's in the lead. Can he hold it? Kit was on his butt, but Doug kept it together and took that Kit vehicle, that KSN or whatever you called it, with a time of 3.885 in. That was a good race.
Barbie won.
That was a good race for the Barbie van camper. Why do you keep calling it a van?
I don't know.
I don't know. And where are we at here?
Next up, we got Josh Miller.
Okay, I see where we're at. Josh Miller in that Charger, and I think he called you out, didn't
Yeah, I did. My Maverick.
he? Called out this Maverick. I think this is the right ride. He said the 5th car, but it depends on which way you go there, Josh. So, let's make sure real quick. Josh, this is the vehicle you was calling out, right? Give you a confirmation check there.
Josh is singing the song too. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Yeah.
Yep,
Got
that's what I thought. Okay. I screwed up once with Cole, and he never let me live it down, so I don't want to do that again. Every time I see him, he's pointing and laughing at me.
We all do that.
But, I mean, Ranson's standing behind me, so it could be him, too. All right, but right now we have Josh versus Mrs. Tooth Fairy. We have a Charger versus a Maverick, I believe it's called. And they're down. Wow, and that Charger just took off. And Mrs. Tooth Fairy just gave up there in turn 2. Kind of time did Josh put in there. 3.649. So Josh is up 1-0 right now. Josh moves over to lane 1. Mrs. Tooth Fairy moves over to lane 2. Let's get them down here. Sunday Pinks. Are we ready? Ready to eat some gumbo and watch some Saints victory win. There we go. Uh-oh, Josh dumped it that time and gave Mrs. Tooth Fairy the opening, and she took it. I don't know if he drove off the curve or if she threw some nails out the window. 4.764 there, but more importantly, tied it up 1-1. Puts them back in their original spots. Josh in lane 2, Mrs. Tooth Fairy in lane 1. Who's going to get that second victory under their belt? And they're down. Josh is in front, and Mrs. Tooth Fairy dumped it out of turn 1. So they're taking turns, flipping over back and forth. Time of 3.692 in. So it's 2-1 right now. 2-1 right now. Mrs. Tooth Fairy's in lane 2. Can she tie it up and bring out the Autobots? Will Josh in lane 1 take her ride right here? Let's get them down. Let's race them here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down. Josh is in front, and he dumped it. Oh, Mrs. Tooth Fairy spun out. Double DNF.
Dang it. Had my opening.
Yep, could have took the tie right there. But instead, she gave Josh a chance. I think she feels sorry for the poor lad. Let's get him down here. I don't know why. And they're down. And Josh dumped it again. It comes around. And she's not going to give him 2 of them. It's
Autobot.
Autobot sudden death here at the T.F.T. Raceway. What kind of time did Mom put in? 5.322. For sudden death here at the T.F.T. Raceway. Sunday Pinks with Josh Miller in lane 2. Mrs. Tooth Fairy in lane 1. Who's going to take it right here? Who's going to win it? The light's waiting on me. Josh is in front, and Mrs. Tooth Fairy dumped it. Oh! Oh, man. Josh messed up big time.
Right before the finish line.
Wasn't
Did you
that-
see that?
Oh, he drove that Uno car. He wrecked that Uno car like that last time, too, didn't he? Wow, Josh knows how to wreck right before the finish line, huh? All right.
Ooh.
He gave Mrs. Tooth Fairy an opening. Will she take advantage of it? Or can Josh hold on? Or will he wreck right around here? Let's get it down. Let's see. And they're down. Josh is in front again. And no, he wrecked over there, but Mrs. Tooth Fairy. All right, one more clean race, and then we'll go to DNF sudden death. All right, Mrs. Tooth Fairy in lane 1. Josh in lane 2. We got some great racing going on. They are back and forth fighting. Wrecking and a fighting. Winning and a losing. But it is all tied up. Who wants it? And Josh is in front. Can he keep it together this time? And he does.
Good racing, Josh.
That was great racing there. He put a good lap time in. 3.670.
5.670.
Oh, 5 point? Wow. All right, 5.6. Not really quite sure about that, but that's okay. But Josh won those vehicles anyways. All right, who's racing next?
Next up, we have Mr. Raider
Mike Raider.
with the Impala and called out Debbie Bell's Ford Coupe.
Uh-oh. He's going after one of my old rides. This is one of my favorite rides here at the T.F.T. Raceway. So we got Debbie in lane 1. We got Mr. Madness in lane 2. Let's get them down here. Best 3 out of 5 here at Sunday Pinks. And they're down. And Raider flew out of nowhere. Debbie Bell was dancing there in the straightaway. Oh, I got one for you. And Raider put a time of 3.263 in.
Making it the fastest car of the evening.
Uh-oh, Mike Raider just put in the fastest lap. Woo, boy. And he moves over to lane 1. He's up 1-0 right now over Debbie Bell. I think she's got something for him though. And they're down. It was close. And Raider came out of nowhere. Wow, he must have tuned that Impala up over the week. 3.455. But more importantly, up 2-0 right now. Alright, Debbie's in lane 1. She's in big trouble. Let me get these Autobots out of the way. Raiders up 2-0 right now, right?
You are correct, sir.
Alright, thank you. Let's get them down. And they're down. And there goes Raider.
Oh, but Debbie Bell was right behind him. But
She finally was racing that time, but it's a little too late. 3.649 in.
So that Impala's got the best time of the night at 3.263.
So Mike Raider has the best time right there with that nice looking Impala.
Not the best time on the track, though, because that's that Shadow Jet.
Still have that Shadow Jet of Ryan Kelly in. Alright, who's racing next?
We got the Light Girl.
Light Girl, uh-oh, she's been waiting for this race.
And her, I just called it a red car. She called out Wayne's Honda Turbo.
Uh-oh, she's sticking up for Mama here, but more importantly, she has been trying to win this Honda Turbo back. Nothing happened there. Alright, so we have Mr. Moore in lane 1, and we have the Light Girl in lane 2. This is another mini mighty race. Let's get them down. Will she get her car back here this time? And they're down. And there she's in front, and Wayne totally dumped it. And she spun around. Look at that photo finish. Wow.
And the light bulbs are going flashing.
If that's not a show off, I don't know what is. 3.949. Wayne.
Good job, Light Girl. That's the way to do it.
So 1-0 right now. More importantly, she moves over to lane 1, up by 1. Mr. Moore's in lane 2. Will he put a victory under his belt right here, or will she go up 2-0 right here? And they're down. The Honda Turbo's in front, but she come out of nowhere, and he bumped her. And she drove up on the curve and gave him an opening. Oh man!
Ties it up.
Good Lord! It was her race to lose, and she lost it. 5.236. All tied up with the mini mighty race.
I thought she was going to finish that sucker on 2
I did too. You better quit playing around. It is 1-1 right now. Wow. Let's get them down. And they're down. She's in front this time, and he dumped it. He does not like that inside lane. So she goes up 2-1 right now. And puts a time of 3.434 in. All right. Can Mr. Moore take us to a sudden death? Or will the Light Girl put him away right here? Are you ready to find out? Is she ready to find out? Let's get him down. Barry likes this crazy racing. Let's get him down. And the Honda's in front. And she dumped it in turn 2. And Mr. Moore brought us to an Autobot sudden death. Man, the Light Girl does not like that. The time of 4.035. But that also puts Mr. Moore in his bad lane. Can he straighten it up and win it? Or will the Light Girl put him away right here? The T.F.T. Raceway. Let's get him down. Been a lot of Autobot sudden deaths tonight. Let's race them. And the Light Girl is in front. She comes around. Can she keep it together? There she goes. And she's smiling real big right now. Put a time of 4.099 in. But more importantly, she got her Honda Turbo back and could sleep peacefully tonight. Uh-oh. She can't, guys. That means she's coming after more rides.
Yeah. All right, next up we've got Yippee-Ki-Yay
Yippee-Ki-Yay. Gets Animosity, correct?
against Animosity.
All right, so this is a Nissan versus a McLaren.
Yeah,
All right.
you got cars on the track, baby.
I know.
And Autobots. Oh my gosh, why am I yawning?
Better wake it up. We got a game
I've
to
got a
watch.
game to watch.
Got a game to watch. All right, so we have Yippee-Ki-Yay in lane 2. We have Animosity in lane 1. Let's get them down here at Sunday Pinks, the T.F.T. Raceway. Best 3 out of 5.
Darn, Brownie.
And they're down. Yippee-Ki-Yay's in front. Animosity lost it and dumped it there in turn 2. I believe she won that car last week. So he put a time of 3.885 in. And that Nissan goes up 1-0 right now.
Oh, the Brownies lost.
And it looks like the Browns lost. So let's get the remove that one.
Sorry.
Did
All right. So Yippee-Ki-Yay is up 1-0 over Animosity here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down. Oh, and Yippee-Ki-Yay dumped it there after turn 1. And Animosity took advantage and tied it up. Put a lap time of 3.992 in. But more importantly, tied it up 1-1. So that puts them back in their original spots. Who's going to go up 1 right now? Yippee-Ki-Yay in lane 2 or Animosity in lane 1? Yippee-Ki-Yay took a great lap. And here comes Animosity to finish off, but a little too late there. 3.477 in for Yippee-Ki-Yay.
I just noticed that your Saints truck has
Same.
has the police escort to the game.
That was pure accident. All right, so it's 2-1 right now. Correct? You're messing me up.
Sorry, yes, it is 2-1.
2-1.
Yippee-Ki-Yay up 2, Animosity down.
All right. Can Animosity tie it up and bring an Autobot sudden death, which we've had a lot of tonight? Oh, Yippee-Ki-Yay take her ride right here, and they're down. Yippee-Ki-Yay's in front, and she just parked it there in turn 2. Sorry there, Animosity. Congratulations, Yippee-Ki-Yay. You put a time of 3.735 in, but more importantly, took that ride. And he's on the roll. I think that's 3 weeks and a bunch of wins for him. I don't think he's lost a ride yet.
I don't know, I have to look back. I can't remember all that kind of stuff.
All right.
Next up we have Ian Parks.
Ian Parks. Where is he? Okay, right here.
A pickup, maybe? A Chevy pickup truck?
Oh, yeah, he
Okay.
didn't make the call out, though. But who?
Terrence in the police Corvette.
Okay. All right, so Terrence in lane 2. Ian in lane 1.
I forgot this was last fall.
All right, and these are Yippee-Ki-Yay's vehicles, right?
Yes, sir.
Best 3 out of 5 here. We got Terrence versus Ian Parks here. We got a Corvette versus a Chevy truck here at the T.F.T. Raceway. Ian's in front, and whoa, Ian took it. I'm very surprised. That Chevy truck beat that Corvette police car with a time of 3.62. Ian in that Chevy truck and Terrence in that Corvette police car trying to catch Ian currently. Alright, so Terrence moves over to lane 1. Ian moves over to lane 2. Are we ready? Let's get them racing. Let's drop them. And they're down. That truck's in front again. Terrence is trying to catch up. Oh! Ian wrecked it, but it was after the finish line. So Ian is up 2-0 right now. And Ian put a time of 3.563. I'm very surprised. Very, very, very surprised. So Ian is up 2-0 right now, correct?
You're correct, sir.
Correct, and I'm surprised. I said I was surprised. I didn't say it was correct. All right, let's get them down. Let's get them down, light girl. Let's drop them. And they're down. It is closer this time, but Ian is in front again. And Ian took all 3 races and also took Terrence's Corvette. Time of 3.778 in. Congratulations, Ian. Sorry there, Terrence. Who's up next?
Next up, we got Scooter in
Scooter.
a orange Corvette.
Uh-oh, he's been waiting for this race.
And calling out
Gus Greenfield in that
Batmobile.
Batmobile. I believe it's an ID Batmobile. Yes, it is. This should be a great race. I've been waiting for this one. Ian was running from the cops and he took the ride. Yes, he did. See what the Batmobile can do here against Scooter. Scooter's in front. Batmobile's chasing him down. Oh, wow. It was a close race, but Scooter kept it in front and goes up 1-0 over the Batmobile of Gus. And he had a time of 4.421 in. Bow, bow. All right, so Gus moves over to lane 2 in that Batmobile. Scooter moves over to lane 1. They're both staring each other down. Will Gus tie it up here? Will Scooter go up 2-0 right now? And they're down. That Batmobile's in front.
Oh,
and he comes around, and Gus puts a victory under his belt. So that's 1-1, right?
Yep, that is.
1-1. See how quickly I forget. And he put a time of 4.870 in. More importantly, he tied it up. Puts them back in the original spots. Scooter in lane 2. Gus Greenfield in lane 1. The Batmobile versus the Corvette convertible. And they're down. And Scooter flipped them over and took a victory. The Batmobile was in the lead until that straightaway, and he flipped over. And Scooter put a time of 4.162 in. So 2-1 right now, right?
2-1.
2-1. Gus is in lane 2. Can he tie it up? Or will Scooter take that Batmobile in lane 1? Let's find out. Here at the T.F.T. Raceway. And they're down. The Batmobile's in front. And he comes around. And he takes us to an Autobot sudden death. Wow. That's like 100 Autobot sudden deaths tonight.
I know. At least 100.
With a time of 3.905 in. You got Scooter versus Gus Greenfield racing the night away. Here at Sunday Pinks. That puts them back in the original positions. Who is going to take whose ride right here? Who is your money on? Let's get them down. Let's race them. And the Batmobile's in front. And they're fighting back and forth. And Scooter dumped it in turn 2. And gave Gus the victory. Wow. So justice prevails in the end. With a time of 4.892. Don't call out the Batmobile.
That was our 6th sudden death of the night.
6 of them?
6 of them. It seems like more than that, but out of 20 races, 21 races, whatever we have. All right, next up we've got the Tooth Fairy.
All right, this ought to be good.
And calling out his sister.
My sister.
We got some chivalry rivalry. You're not. Boo Boo's truck.
Boo Boo, this funny looking truck. I believe I got it in a 5-pack. I mean, she got it in a 5-pack. I support everybody's rides. All right, so these are...
This is our second to last race.
These are Gus's rides, right?
You are correct.
Man, Gus is winning tonight. He definitely needs a new garage, but let's get this race out of the way. We have the Tooth Fairy, me. Let's get the Autobots out of the way. Versus Boo Boo. And they're down, and I'm flying, showing her how it's done. And there she comes. So I'm in that police car. It's made its rounds. Time of 3.391, and I'm looking for that fastest lap time.
So close, baby.
So close. All right, let me put a little dry lube on these. Nope. All right, stock cars only. But that moves me over to lane 1. Is that a more dangerous lane for me? Or will Boo Boo take advantage right here? Let's get them down. It's 1-0 right now, and they're down. I'm ahead. A little squirrely. She's close. I think that was a slower lap time though.
Yep.
3.798. But more importantly, I'm up 2-0 right now.
2-0
over Boo Boo. All right. Let's race them. Let's get them down. Want that lap time. Get out of my way. Let's do it. Oh, I hit something. That slowed me down. Oh,
that was close.
Twice. But I want it.
Just barely. Boo Boo was swimming right up on your tail.
3.906. All right, is this the last race?
Last race of the night.
Last race of the night, folks. So
Cole Thomas in that orange and black Camaro.
oh yeah, he's picking on me, Mr.
He
Cole.
called you out on your treasure hunt, wasn't it?
Yeah, you wait till next week, buddy.
Huh?
You wait till next week. All right, are you ready, Mr. Cole Thomas, in lane 2? And I might surprise you in lane 1 in that treasure hunt dune buggy. Let's get him down. Best 3 out of 5. Sunday Peaks. And whoa, he took way off on me.
Oh.
Man, I'm gonna finish, but got a delayed start up there. I don't know what happened. Cole goes up 1-0 with a time of 3.713 in. Alright, Mr. Cole. Move you over to lane 1.
That helicopter is going crazy already.
Flatten your tires.
Like it just keeps spinning around.
Yep.
There must be like an error somewhere, like right there must be where.
It's kind of nice though.
Alright. 1-0 right now. Cole over the Tooth Fairy. And they're down. And I have nothing for that Camaro. Let's put them on an off-road track, see what happens.
There we go.
I'll give you the lap time, 3.906. Alright, Cole, maybe I'll just let you run this one by yourself. Oh, that thing barely fits in there, that's why.
Did we have problems with? No, it was a
There's
different
that
one.
truck. Mike Rader knows how to drive his vehicles that fit on the curb. Alright, let's see if I can give him a run for his money right here. Or will he completely destroy me?
Who knows?
And they're down, and wow, that was even worse.
I was gonna say he could have really.
Whoa. So congratulations there, Cole. You got my pink buggy. With a time of 3.798 in.
All the completed race was in
All right.
completed races.
More importantly, we got the Saints right there being escorted to the game against the losers, the Tampa Bay. I think we got Green Bay waiting, and we got this game waiting, don't we? No, Kansas City. Kansas City just won, and then we got Buffalo waiting. I believe that's what we have, if I'm not mistaken. All right.
Yeah.
So I guess that was Sunday Pinks. I hope everybody had a good night. We're ready to eat some gumbo and watch some football. Let's get you all shook up and show you what happened to the garages tonight. A lot of people took the night off, which was great because it gave me a chance to catch up. All right, where do you want to start at? Down low, we got most of the new drivers. We got Dale, who hasn't raced yet. We got Derek, he hasn't raced yet. We got Kevin, who lost his ride tonight. We got the Milkman. He won a couple rides tonight.
No, that's not the Milkman. That's Colin.
Oh, Colin, I'm sorry. Going a little too fast. Colin won his first ride tonight. The Milkman won a couple tonight. Todd, he's the one that took Kevin's car there. Surprising race. It was a good race. Stefan Hoover, he took the night off. Scooter, he lost in a big upset tonight. I think Brandon won a race tonight. Also, he got a bunch of vehicles added in. I think Andy lost a vehicle tonight. Triple B, Barry Porter, got his vehicle back. Cameron took her night off. And Boo Boo, she lost her ride to me. Rancid Car took a night off. Amanda took out Daniel's ride there on his call out. David took the night off. Josh won his that Roger Dodger from Ryan, I believe. Mike, I know you. Oh yeah, that's the fastest lap car right there tonight, right?
Yep.
So I know he won a vehicle with that. One right next to him from Debbie. Mike Newman took the night off, I believe. Debbie Bell, she actually lost a vehicle for once, but that's okay. Gus Greenfield won a couple. John took the night off. The most important race of the night girl got her ride back. Oh, you lost one too?
Yep.
Okay. Mrs. Tooth Fairy lost a ride, but that's okay. I won one right there.
I think I lost 2 tonight.
Uh-oh. I think Brent took the night off. I think Wayne won at least 1, maybe 2 rides tonight. No, I think he won 1.
I think he took one of mine.
The Brat won 1. Ian Parks, got to get his name back on it, fell off. But he won a ride.
There's the Barbie!
The Barbie camper showed up tonight. Doug won a bunch of races tonight. He's getting full back there. You know, when he first started, he was picking on Debbie Bell and was getting smoked. And ever since he stopped picking on her, look what happened. He's got a garage full of cars now. And Ken Olson, I believe he took the night off. Cheyenne Wheeler, he took a night off. Night off for Princess Wet Wipe there. Josh Miller won a couple rides tonight, I believe. Or won 1 and lost 1. Michael lost a ride. And Daniel with the first ever triple-decker garage. I was anticipating on you winning tonight, but I'm losing your rides. Whew, glad everybody's rides didn't come on. But you lost. So, but I built you a triple-decker. I don't know if I like it or not, but there it is. The Harmons took a night off tonight. Let's go over to the smaller shelf here. We got Cole Thomas and his late call out on me, winning that dune buggy.
Are those both his?
Oh, yeah.
Cars? Oh, wow.
Those are Cole's. We got Kit there. I think he lost his race. Paul, he won his race against Animosity right there. We got Kelly right there. Ryan Kelly, I'm sorry, who lost a race. I think both these racers took the night off there. And Terrence, he lost a ride tonight, but he still got those 2 fast Boss Mustangs up there. All right, so congratulations, everybody. I hope everybody had fun. More importantly, root for the Saints tonight. And hope everybody enjoyed. Send me your stock cars. Get involved on some Sunday Pinks. It's a very exciting event. And call out everybody and also see if you can beat that lap time. All these cars are putting in great lap times. We're enjoying it here at the T.F.T. Raceway. All right, folks. I got to eat some gumbo and watch some football. So, good night, everybody.
Who dat?
Who dat?